Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading for the 15th to the 21st of June 2020. It is a weekly reading and it is a general reading, so we're going to get straight into it and see what the overall theme for your week is. And we have the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Isn't that beautiful? So that's telling you, Virgo, that there is some good stuff coming in for you, that you are starting to reap rewards for self rather than giving to others and doing for others. That this week's going to be about you, but it's also going to be about you unfolding and evolving and really starting to get some deeper insight into who you are. Nice, yes. And when it says cracked open, it's what that would be pertaining to there, Virgo, is that you may have been a little bit hard to crack. You know, maybe you held on to something very tightly and it's like, I'm not cracking open, I'm not going to let this out, I'm not going to look at this or let this through because I'm not ready yet, or whatever the reason was. And this is this is you just being at that point, at that moment where you are ready to crack open and yeah, just really bring through that beautiful energy of you know, that beautiful Virgo energy, your magic within yourself. Okay, right, let's have a look, see what's coming up. Okay, so your overall energy for your reading this week, Virgo, is the 8 of Swords. So you are feeling bound at the beginning of the week. You're feeling like you're stuck in a situation and you're not quite sure how you're going to get out of that. Now, it is quite an intense energy too because it's an 8, so we've got a lot of power behind it. So you really are feeling absolutely stuck. Just, you know, how do you get out of this? Which way do you go? How do you do it? You know, in all ways. Okay, so what's covering that? And here we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is very strong in making a move to making sense out of something. So the Page, because it's the Page, he wants to know what's going on. He's very, you know, he's curious. That curiosity of that younger, that younger energy, you know, that newer energy. And so he's really making a stand to say, right, let's get this sorted. You know, let's start to break it down. So, and if you look at it, he's got the sword to cut you away. He's got the sword to cut away those whatever's keeping you bound there. Alright, so now we have the Ace of Wands. We have it in reverse. So, you know, your mindset is that you're trying to make things happen, but you seem to be getting interrupted. You're getting distracted. Things are getting in the way. You really aren't. You know, every time, you know, you have that energy there and you really want to make something work, but you just can't seem to get past first base, as it were, with it. You keep getting, you know, something keeps getting in the way. And yeah, and it's a very strong sort of almost, you know, like a cutting energy, like a very sort of like, oh, that hurt sort of energy behind that. So you are wanting to make things work though, so that's the great thing about it. Now here we have the 4, and which is the Emperor energy, which is the Aries energy. This is at the base of your reading there, Virgo. So, you know, if this is somebody you know, then it may be an Aries, or somebody who has those qualities of the Emperor. Who's very strong, very, you know, likes their castle the way it is very sure of what they're after and isn't really going to compromise. You know, see how he's got that hanging there? That's because he wants that to hang there. That's because that's how he wants things to work and to look like and to be. Now, if this is your energy, then that's you. So you know what you don't want, and you also know what you do want, which is really, really, really cool. And with this, you know, with this mindset, you are trying to make it happen. So that's cool. Okay, and in the past, yes, you've been working with others. So this is a collaboration of sorts. So whatever this is that you've been, you know, working with others, and maybe that it's not been working, haven't been working so well together, and this is where you feel bound to the situation, like you can't do it your way, you can't, you can't have it organised and planned out, and you know how Virgos like to plan. Alright, so this is in the middle of your reading there, and this is the Knight of Cups. So yes, you are opening up, you are moving towards a better understanding emotionally, wanting to see things more from the heart space and not so much from the practical space, which the Virgo is. And just, you're willing to actually move towards that, which is a really good energy there for you, Virgo. But this is you, so whether this is you standing or you kneeling, you need to make that decision. But this is the card of conflict. So there has been a struggle, there has been a fight, and you are in the middle of it. You are. Now, we'll pull a clarifier later to see which one of these you are. But you're either the one that's beaten down or you're the one that's standing up, as I said. Now, you, within the situation, is that you feel like you have been ripped off, that something has been taken, that you have been, deceived, maybe manipulated, but yes. So, maybe this is you down here. Maybe you have felt, that you've been sort of blindsided, in a sense. Like I said, we'll clarify that later to get some more information. And your hopes are that, there is nostalgia there. There is an old love that you would like to get back to, an old way of feeling. Yeah, this is soulmate energy. This is past, this is love energy. And, yeah, you're actually looking at past how it was in the past. And that's your hopes and fears, is that you can resurrect. If it was really good before and now it's a little bit shit now, Virgo, then you have, your hope is that it will come back around. Okay, and here you are in the outcome. So, there is the Six of Pentacles, which is generosity, which is working towards something. But you're kind of, it's almost like you're saying, I'm not giving anymore. I'm not worried about anything anymore. Like if it was around that way, he's looking at the village. It is where he is. And he's working things out to make things work for that. But here it actually turns you back. And you're more, sort of looking for some meaning in why you're doing what you're doing. And how it is really working for you. Alright, let's get some clarifiers out. Because we're going to need some, aren't we? Alright, so what we're going to look at is we're going to come over this side, because I think this side's pretty straightforward. So we've got the Five of Swords there. Pull some cards for that. Yeah, heartache and loss. So this has been a hard time. This card's been coming out nearly every single reading. And really, this is... Man, there's a bit of sadness and stuff going on, but this is all a learning curve for everybody. This is really bringing out, things to the forefront where we can start to see things and make some changes. So, yes, heartache and loss. So that's where you're at. You're at a loss as to how you're going to, get through that or, just even understand it, really. Okay, we'll pull another one for there. Shadow. Oh, nice. Okay. So, there's two sides to this story. There's two sides to you. So, what that's telling me there, Virgo, is that you can be that and you can be that. All in the same space of time. Yes, that there is other parts to this that remain hidden. But as you can see, it's the same person, but just with a different perspective, a different outlook. So, yes. So that's why I couldn't pick up which one of these you were, because on one side, you've got the heartache and loss, which is this, and on the other side, you've got the shadow. So you are able to bring this energy through as well. Very interesting. I like it. So, yes, you are one or t'other there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to put a clarifier for the Five of Swords there. Seven of Swords. Oh my goodness me. The Seven of Swords here. Thinking, I just said Five of Swords. What the heck? Okay. Losing it. I think we just got so caught up in that shadow bit. It's like, I was sort of like over here and then over there and in between. Alright. Oh my goodness. Seven of Swords. It's the Deceit card. Let's have a look. Base chakra, yes. So you're wanting to look after you. This is survival for you. You want to feel safe. You want to feel like where you are is that you can, you know, you've got shelter there, but you feel safe in that it's stable, that it's just that whole point of, you know, of being, you know, just, yeah, of being there and having that. It's a survival mode. It really, really is. So, you know, maybe you're not sure whether the environment you're in is actually the right place to be, and that you can actually relax and go, well, this is my space and I'm okay here and I know that I am safe. All right, let's have a look at the Six of Pentacles to finish that off. And two more cards after that and we're done. All right, emotional withdrawal. So you need to get out and get away and just have some time out. Like I said, you've turned away from you know, looking after everybody or whatever's happening in your environment. So the bigger picture stuff, and you've gone to see what you really need, and you need to withdraw for a little while there, Virgo, in order to find that out. And we'll pull one more. Passion ignited, so you can find your passion again, so you can really start to feel again that, you know, as you crack open, this is your cracking open moment. This is when you withdraw, when you go and start to look at what you need, and this is real sort of breaking open. This, everything on this table here is going to bring you to that point where you're going to get so much more clarity of who you are, what you need to do, and you'll really start, as I said, you had the Knight of Cups here, you're starting to feel emotion, and you're starting to sort of you have the word there and then it goes, you know, to discover more about yourself emotionally and your heart and how it is. So yes, you will go from that cracked open to passion ignited. So that's really, really beautiful.